Okay, so we've been simplifying monomials for a long time now, and now we're going to talk about things that are called polynomials. Poly means many, so it's many little monomials. Let's see what I mean. Polynomial is a monomial or a sum of monomials. That means a bunch of monomials added together. A binomial, bi like a bicycle, means two monomials or two terms, and they're going to have one plus sign. So they're going to look like something like 2x plus 5. Here's a monomial. Here's a monomial. They're being added together. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't know there was going to be a different animal on every page. So the little dog on the first page I didn't name. This little guy, he's so cute. I think she's a she. Her name is Sue. Sue? Okay. Tri, like a tricycle, means three monomials being added together or three terms. So it's going to look like this. 3x squared minus 4x plus 7. Now, those aren't what the terms are always going to be. It's just going to be there's one term, a plus or a minus, another term, a plus or a minus, and then the last term. Okay? Anything more than 3, we just call a polynomial. So we're going to say, is it a polynomial? If it is, write the number of terms. We're going to classify the number of terms. Monomial, remember, means 1. Bi means 2. Tri means 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to underline and stop anytime I get to a plus or minus and underline again. How many terms are there? 2 terms. So this is a binomial. Okay, underline, stop, underline. How many terms are there? 2 terms, so this is a binomial. Underline, stop, underline, stop, underline. Remember, I stop. Let me put this in red. Every time I see a plus or a minus, that separates the terms. So I have 1, 2, 3 terms. This is a trinomial. Oh, this is Sally. Sally looks sad. Maybe she's just tired. She's a little puffball. Okay, here we go again. Is this a polynomial? This one is a no. This is a binomial up on top because it's got 2 terms. This is a monomial on the bottom, but because it's division, it is not a polynomial. Okay, it's the quotient of 2 different polynomials. This one is, I'm going to underline, there's no plus or minus, so it is a monomial. This one, I've got, whoops, I'm going to stop at that minus and then go again. I've got 2 terms, so it is a binomial. Okay, guys, there's too many dogs for all of these names. These guys are just cute. They want some ice cream. Let's make that, oh, I've already moved it. Let's make that the secret word, ice cream. And then draw an ice cream cone and put sprinkles on it. Okay, that's our secret word for the day. Look at this guy. He's in the sand or the snow? Snow? Sand? Let's go with sand. Looks like sand on his nose. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. 1 stop, 2 stop, 3. Trinomial. I didn't spell that right. Trinomial. 1 no stop, so this is a monomial. This is weird writing on the dog's leg. Okay, that negative, that's a negative. It is not a minus sign. If it's the very first thing you see, it's a negative. If it's in between terms, it's a minus. Oh, this is going fast. Finding the degree of a monomial. It's the sum of the exponents of all its variables. So if we have something like x squared, that's the only variable we have, that's degree 2. If we have x squared y cubed, I have 2 x's, 3 y's for a total of degree 5. If I have 4, how many variables do I have? None. So that degree is 0. And the degree of a polynomial, it's the greatest degree of any monomial. So you have to, I can't spell and talk at the same, monomial. You have to check each, remember, monomials are separated by plus or minuses. So how many variables here, how many variables here, how many variables here? Biggest one wins. So this is a monomial because there's no minus or plus. Remember that x has a 1. So we're going to add them up. I've got one variable, 2 more, 3 more. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. This is degree 6. This one is 1, stop, 2, stop, 3, stop, 4 monomials. So I got to find the degree of each one. There's only one variable here. There's 2 variables here. There's 2, 3 variables here, and there's 0 here. So which is the biggest one? 3. That means that's what the degree is. All right, we've got 1, stop, 2, stop, 3. So I got to find the degree of each little monomial. This one has 2 variables. This one has 1 variable. This has none. Which is the biggest? The biggest is 2. Biggest one wins. Every polynomial has a special name. We talked about monomials. These are the terms over here. So these are separated by the plus or minus signs. 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, or whatever. 1 term monomial, 2 binomial, 3 trinomial, and apparently we want it monomial, oh, because they're talking about these over here. The degree, this doesn't have any. This one right here has no variables, so it's a degree 0. It's called a constant. This is what we would name it. And it only has 1 term, so it's a monomial. This 1, 2 has 2 terms. That's why we call it a binomial, but the degree is 1. So if the degree is 1, it's called a linear. You know that because it makes a straight line. We studied those last semester. This one has 1 stop, 2 stop, 3, so it's a trinomial. The degree, biggest number of exponents is 2. It's called a quadratic. We're going to study those a lot this semester. This is just one little term, so it's a monomial over here. Has 3 variables in it, so it's called a cubic. Makes sense, right? Rubik's cubic. This one has 1, 2, 3, so it's a trinomial. This is the biggest degree. It's 4, so it's called a 4th degree. So really, we don't have a whole lot of names. We just start naming them by how many there are after a while. So, standard form. Arrange the terms. Power, okay, that's not what she wanted. Okay, this is the joy of doing something that someone else is coming after. Arrange term, oh, it says terms right there. Arrange terms in descending powers of x. And by x, I just mean whatever the variable is, okay? So this one has a power of 0. This is a power of 4, power of 1, power of 3. Which one's bigger? The 4. So that means my first term is 8x to the 4th. After 4 comes 3, so that means my next term is a positive 3x cubed. After 3 comes 2, I don't have that, so then I go to 1, it's a negative 2x. And after 1 is 0, so at the very end I'm going to put that minus 11. You've got to make sure to take the sign with it, okay? So if it was a positive or a plus, it stays positive. Minus or negative, it stays negative. Look at this little guy's tongue. He is so cute. This is a petunia. Okay, so we've got 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, 4 stop. Oh, but before we can do this one, look at this is 4, this is 2, this is 1, this is also 4. So the first thing we have to do is combine like terms. So this is 1x to the 4th and negative 9x to the 4th. This is so last year, guys. We learned it last year. So 1x to the 4th minus 9x to the 4th is going to be negative 8x to the 4th. That takes care of both of those. So those are my 4s. That's my leading term, right? So then I've got plus 7x squared, because after 4 comes 3. There were no 3s, then 2. And then at the very end is the 1 with a degree of 1. So if you look, it's these little exponents that go down. 4, 3, I'm missing 2. There's 1, there's 0. 4, 2, I'm missing 3. Well, I was missing 3, and then there's 1. Okay, I don't remember checkpoint 1, so I probably already did it for you. So now, okay, sorry, yay, got it right, I hope. So now you're going to find the degree. So you're going to find the biggest number of variables each little term has. Remember, 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, 4. Find out how many, like 3, 0, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you're going to tell me the degree, and then you're going to arrange them in standard form. I mean, standard form is the biggest exponent. That's what descending means. Biggest exponent down to smallest exponent or no exponent, okay? That's called your constant term. This is your constant term. It doesn't have an exponent. All right, wow, that was a fast video. See you next time. Well, you won't see me. We'll hear ya. Okay, bye.